Hi! In this video, I am going to talk through the simple present and present progressive verbs in English. For most of you, this is probably a refresher, probably something that you have thought about before in previous language classes. It may seem familiar, and I hope that in our conversation this week about these kinds of verbs, something will click for you that maybe hasn't clicked before. So one important thing to remember about verbs in general is that different languages like Russian and English divide up things like tense and aspect differently. So we have the idea of time frame. Did something happen in the past? Is it happening now in the present or something in the future? That's time frame. And then we have aspect. Is it a single action or a habitual action? Or something that is ongoing in a process? Or is it an action that happened before another action? Aspect helps us with all of that. So both Russian and English use time frame and aspect, but they use them differently. And so part of the challenge is getting used to a system that divides up the timeline differently and expresses the manner of action differently. So when we are thinking about the simple present, and you can see this on the page on Canvas about these verbs, we're thinking about things mostly that we do habitually. So sentences that are in the simple present often also have words like always, usually, regularly, every day, on Tuesdays, each morning, right? These things that indicate that something is not just being done once, but something is a habit that the actor does many times. I study at Ness. To get to campus, I use the metro and then a shuttle bus. Every day, Tom walks in the park. Most days, he also walks by the river. Right? So these are sentences that are describing actions that someone does all the time. They are habitual actions. The simple present can also be used for things that are general truths. The sky is blue. Snow is cold. Snow falls in the winter. Right? Things like that can be described, stated in the simple present. In contrast to that, the present progressive places its focus on an action that is ongoing. So we often associate the present progressive with words like right now, today, in this moment. I am doing something. So right now, in this moment, I am recording a video for you, and then you are watching that video, right? So something that we're doing right now is in the present progressive. And the emphasis is on the action as a process, right? As a continuous thing. And that idea of continuousness, right? The emphasis on the action as a process is something that we'll see in the progressive aspect in other time frames as well. So you have some examples here of sentences in both of these, simple present and present progressive. So look those over. Think about your day. What have you done? Maybe when you make your post to the discussion boards in the module this week, you can be conscious of how you're using these two verb tenses, the simple present to talk about things you do all the time, and the present progressive to talk about things that are true right now, but maybe not always. And then finally, the last thing you should do with these verbs this week is take a review quiz on the simple present or the present progressive. You can take this quiz multiple times. You can use this reference page to help you make decisions, but you should do the work yourself. Right? So try to do it on your own with the support of this page or a favorite grammar book that you like to use. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email and I will do my best to answer them.